What's going on, YouTube? In this dosage, a heartfelt moment caught on camera as the Philadelphia Phillies first baseman Bryce Harper shows up to a high school girl's house to ask her to prom, and she says yes. But before we react to it, like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share my content so that y'all can continue to ingest and enjoy. Let's get a dose of this shit.
Hi, Julia. How's it going? Jake wants to actually prom, so I thought I'd come. So you gonna prom with him? Yes. Awesome. There you go.
What a hallmark moment that was. You guys can clearly see that that girl was more overwhelmed with elation and ecstasy than a German Shepherd with separation anxiety whose owner had just returned home from a 3-week trip to the mailbox. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, Q, it doesn't appear that Bryce Harper was actually the one who asked her out to prom. It appears that he was accompanying her boyfriend as a romantic gesture and asked her out to prom for her boyfriend. That's debatable because you see, according to the reaction that she had to seeing Bryce Harper and according to the evolutionary psychological bylaws of female attraction and mate selectivity, you know, it's stating that women have a preference for tall, athletic, handsome guys who are high in status. Given her reaction to seeing him and then the hug she proceeded to give him first over her alleged boyfriend who was supposed to have hired him to ask her to prom, I could make the case that I'd ascertain that her female nature was actually more sexually receptive to seeing Bryce Harper than to seeing her actual boyfriend who allegedly is supposed to be the one who asked her to prom. Y'all can't convince me otherwise. It's always interesting, you know, you put a woman in an environment where her female nature is overwhelmed, it'll take charge. Everything that goes on subconsciously in her brain will come to the forefront, and we'll see what's actually going on in her subconscious manifested in the way she behaves. Which is pretty self-explanatory if you observe the video correctly and you see that she broke down in tears immediately when she saw Bryce Harper and then proceeded to give him a hug. She doesn't know this man, as far as we know. She's never met this man. Here's a familiar face that she's comfortable with, and I would assume she's been dating for quite some time in order for them to go to prom together, and her visceral response is to go hug Bryce Harper. I mean, it was almost as if her boyfriend wasn't there. You could even make the argument that the hug she gave her boyfriend was the consolation hug. The hug she gave Bryce Harper, that was the actual, oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, thank you so much. That was that hug. She hugged Bryce Harper like he had just proposed to her. And like her boyfriend was Bryce Harper's little brother who was just there for moral support. That's how it appeared to me. It was almost as if she had a Conor McGregor moment and forgot who her boyfriend was. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? I'm just saying, that's how it appeared to me. Y'all can believe whatever y'all want to, but I'm going off of what her female nature has led me to believe, which is that she was actually more attracted to Bryce Harper in this situation. She was overwhelmed with joy and attraction. Hell, she probably has a poster of Bryce Harper on her bedroom window or on her wall. We don't know this. And this could be the reason her boyfriend was even incentivized to go find Bryce Harper and ask if he could come ask her to prom for him. And then what really boosted is that the father comes out and daps up Bryce Harper, gives Bryce Harper the manliest handshake known to man. It's like, oh yeah, what's up, little bro, to her boyfriend. I mean, he was not acknowledged by the girlfriend or the father. It was all about Bryce Harper. This was Bryce Harper's moment. This was his moment, his defining, shining moment. He asks a high school girl to prom and she says yes and proceeds to give him the greatest, most affectionate bear hug that we've ever seen a woman who's not romantically involved with a man give a man. Pretty interesting if you ask me. My only issue with this would be the fact that the naivety of her boyfriend was what was at the forefront. Dude, why would you ask a guy like Bryce Harper, who could potentially be your girlfriend's crush, as far as you don't know, to come ask your girlfriend out to prom for you? There are a lot of steps that you take to becoming a man. And the first one is having your own confidence to ask your girlfriend questions and not get a more desirable, more handsome, more well-known, athletic, and muscular guy to do it for you. Because I don't think your girl's initial response is going to be something that you actually want to see. Now, he may gain PTSD from this, but that would be his own fault, because this was a dumbass idea on his behalf. But you live and you learn, and this is often things that occur that teach men the realities of female nature, the brutally dark side of female nature. It's that there are guys who will elicit more powerful responses from her than you. And your job as a man is to minimize the exposure that may result in you realizing that there are guys who will do it. I hope he learned his lesson. And I hope she doesn't end up trying to slide in Bryce Harper's DM like, hey, remember me? I'm the girl that you came with my boyfriend and asked me to prom. I love some tickets to your game. And you know how it usually happens. Don't let the world fool y'all. Young girls are actually attracted to these kind of men. We knew in middle school these girls would have posters of older men in boy bands, rappers, athletes on their walls. So don't let this fool you. I saw that she was attracted to Bryce Harper. She may not have realized it, but her brain did. And her behaviors demonstrated that. I'll catch you guys on the next dosage of Q-Pill. Over and out.